Hey, a Placer County produced feature film is coming to theaters this weekend.
Yes, indeed. Dina Kupfer standing by with the CEO and producer, Jennifer Stolo, to find out more about the film.
Yes, and you might have seen, I know I have, it's been circulating on social media. I have seen it all over the internet. No address, and it really addresses the homelessness crisis, not only here in California, but across the country, because it is a nationwide issue. We know that. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us. A whirlwind of a week. The movie has already premiered in LA, and now nationwide people are going to get to see this very soon, including tonight in Roseville, right?
That's right, exactly. And this is our hometown. It was filmed here, and we wanted to make sure to share it with our community first.
Absolutely. Okay, so first, one of my top questions for you is when somebody hears even the term homelessness, I think there is a level of compassion and empathy many have, but also quite possibly a level of fatigue. Maybe someone doesn't understand the circumstances surrounding a reason why someone would be homeless. So you really look to address multiple storylines with this film.
Absolutely. And we did research for a year before this, to really make sure this movie was authentic. And it really depicted different ways that people fall into homelessness. And, they're the stories we don't think they are, the untold stories. And so many times we don't realize that this could happen to anyone. And that's really the theme of this, that homelessness could happen to anyone. And so the different storylines really showcase that. Okay,
so this is a fictional movie, but you did go around and you did several interviews with several different individuals across the country to come up with, is it 8 different characters essentially?
Yeah, about 5 different characters. Okay. Yes, definitely someone that's a successful businessman. Billy Baldwin plays that role, and how kind of his life starts to spiral, and he's trying to save his house and his family and his life. And then Lauren, who's, we see youth on our streets so often now, which is just so sad to see. A failed foster care system. 1 out of every 3 in California actually fall into homelessness, coming out of that kind of system. We also see Jimmy, another youth that is leaving an abusive household. And so there's just different stories, veterans, PTSD. So many times people think it's about addiction, and it's actually a mental health crisis. It's not so much a homeless crisis, it's a mental health crisis. And so we really learned so much about how to make this a dramatic, film about the bleak realities of homelessness, but also the hope and the redemption, and really how people can survive from this.
And also, you are putting this out in theaters and giving people an opportunity to give back just by purchasing a ticket to go watch the film.
Exactly. We call it like the purpose-driven purchase, right? Robert Craig Films is really about giving back. 50% of all net profits are actually going back to those experiencing homelessness in the nonprofits that we experienced, really having, strong solutions out there. And so everybody that goes to this film can be entertained, but also know that you're giving back in such a wonderful way.
And the film was shot in Northern California, so we want to make sure that we highlight that as well. How can people support, get tickets, and more importantly, go watch the feature?
Yeah, so it's going to be nationwide as of tonight, essentially. So noaddressmovie.com. Get your tickets today, again, because even if you weren't going, you're giving back in some way, and you're helping the situation, because it's not hopeless. It actually is hopeful. And you'll see this in the film about how we, as a community, can lean in and have more compassion and empathy to do something in our communities.
All right, Jennifer, thank you so much. Congratulations to
you
and the entire team. All right, we'll send it right back to you guys, and we'll have all the info linked up on our website as well.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Dina.